Go. Hi. Hi, Megan.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Here we
Looking
are.
at, yeah, looking at it. I'm like, okay, we are live now. Yes, for
Yeah,
sure. I wasn't sure at
definitely
first.
live. Boy, my eyes, I might end up with glasses on tonight. They are giving me a heck of a time. Like I can barely see you.
Oh
Mm,
no.
I don't know. Some days they're just worse than others. It's been a long week. This is our corporate year end is September 30th. So we're doing just lots and lots of accounting this past week. And so I think
Yeah.
maybe that's it, just tired. Oh, and I got the COVID booster.
Oh, you did?
Lord, I was sick in bed again for like close to 48 hours. Those boosters
Wow.
get me, man. I don't know if it's because I'm just run down all the time anyway, or what
Hmm.
happens, but I mean, I still, knock on wood, haven't had COVID itself, but
That's
every time
amazing.
when I get, that's my fourth shot, and every one of them has put me in bed sick. I mean, like fever, chills, the whole bullshit. But
Wow.
I have a signing next weekend in Ontario, and I
Hmm.
wanted to be, as protected as possible. So
Yeah,
that's why
that's
I did it.
smart.
I was really debating not, getting the booster, but then I did it. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, I'm
and of
glad you
course,
got it, even
then
though
they're
it
like, "Do you
affects
want
you
the
that
flu
way.
shot?" I'm like, "No, I do not." This is bad enough. So I got that beach waiver. Have you heard of
Hmm.
that on TikTok?
No.
It's a curling iron, and it like winds it up. It has a button and it goes zzz, and it winds your
Uh-huh.
hair around it. But this is the result. I don't know. It doesn't looks like I've been in the water at the beach.
Your hair always looks so pretty to me, though.
Well, thank you. It looks to me like a big rat's nest right here, but I guess is that beach waves? I don't know. I don't know. So it's really easy to use. And they had like, I have fallen down the TikTok rabbit hole.
Good.
I One night I was up, in the middle of the night, and I clicked on something and there it went, and it was like never to return. So now when I'm up in the middle of the night, that's what it's like. Oh, let's see what I have these like maybe four different accounts I look at all the time, to see
Mhm.
what's going on, but kind of funny, kind
Yeah.
of funny. I don't know. But
I
now I'm
get,
like, I want to do a get ready with me video, and I
yeah.
think in my head, I want to do that. But
On my
uh
TikTok, I get the worst things like
sorry.
um it's okay. I get like murder stories
Oh,
and stuff,
murders.
and I try not to, like, I don't watch it because I know if you watch it, it keeps showing you the same thing over
Right,
and over.
right,
And
right.
it still happens. I get like the worst things I don't want to see.
Can you like clear out your cache or anything?
I
Like
don't I have
reset
to look
the
it up. There has to be a way.
I watch this one girl, she's a young mom, she's like 26 maybe, she has twins, and she's a
Hmm.
single mom, and they're little babies, and that's where it started. The first night I watched TikTok, I don't know how I started watching it, these little babies, and just watching her get ready and go out with
Yeah.
them and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm fascinated by this. I've been through this already, I
Yeah.
don't know, but yeah, that's what started it. And then this other couple, they're so fucking cute. They're so cute. I love watching because the woman is nuts. She's just so crazy and funny, and it just makes me happy watching them. They're just so silly together,
Yeah.
young in
I
love. Go
I
ahead.
love watching get ready with me videos on
Yeah.
TikTok, YouTube, or wherever. I think they're so interesting, and just people's like daily life, even though we can all be like, well, we've been there. I think
Right.
it's just fascinating to see someone else do the things you do.
I
It's
don't
just
know why. Is that I wonder what that is in about like the human
yeah.
condition, that why we're fascinated watching other people. I mean, I get it. The get ready with me videos I love because you can see new products, and
Yeah.
oh, what do you use, or oh, I like the way that looks, what is that, or something like that. But I don't know. I want
Yeah.
to try to make one. I don't know how it'll go though, or
Oh
if
my gosh,
you know
you would be so good at those. You should definitely do them.
so. but it's a process,
Yeah.
especially if like the hair is wet, and we go from
Mhm.
like 0 to done. That's a long time. Of course, you could just edit it all down, but
Mhm. Or
I don't
start
know.
with the shorter ones. Start with when your hair's dry and just like
Yeah.
do a little chat and
Yeah.
it's what I'm working on and blah blah blah. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
It might be fun. We'll see. We'll see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if
Dana
anyone.
says you look fabulous.
Thank you.
Miranda says about your hair, I think it looks pretty.
Thank you.
It's
I'm trying. I
right
need my
on the
hair.
bed watching.
Where are those feet?
Yeah, she said, where are your feet? She's hiding them.
I need to get my color done badly, but I was just telling you before we got on that I'm going to have new headshots done in the later part of October. So now it's like planning everything around that. I need to get my nails done. I need to get my hair colored and all this stuff, all the
Yeah.
glamorous stuff we do. So
Yeah, that's fun though.
it is fun. I'm looking forward to it. And Wander always does such a great job. So I'm excited to go see them and spend a couple days out in Vegas doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on?
For me, nothing.
Yes. Nothing. Is
I'm
it
excited. It's
fall?
October almost. Oh, look her foot. She's teasing us with her
Yeah, I
feet.
see those sexy feet. Woo!
Yeah.
I like the black.
She said she likes you. Oh, you can hear her. She's watching
Yeah.
us. Anyway, yes, it's a lot. It's like all of a sudden fall just like smacked us. It was so hot, and all of a sudden it's cool and I love it. But the only bad thing that I'm not enjoying is the rain because I just like maybe one day of rain and then
Yeah.
I get over it really quickly. And
Yeah.
I don't like to drive in the rain. I don't like to drive here as much as I liked in Southern California. Just I guess because I'm used to Southern California.
Right.
So it's just bad
Which
for
is
me.
so
But
backwards, like from what anyone else would say, right? That is
yeah.
not a California native because our freeway systems are so intimidating to people, with 8 lanes on one side and the traffic and,
Yeah. Yeah, I
yes,
was talking to Miranda about that, how it's just so weird. I guess because it's home, I just felt more comfortable driving there.
right. Yeah, but I'm so glad you're back to driving. You had that little
Yeah.
break there for a little while, but it's nice
Yeah.
that have that independence again.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. What's new with you
Oh my gosh,
besides work being busy?
that and I'm like I have all these projects going on right now. We finished The Office, which it
Mhm.
is so lovely, and we're so happy. It's nice to go to work. I don't feel like I'm being punished anymore. In the
Uh-huh.
office we were in, it was like very dark and depressing. And so, yeah, the new office is beautiful. And like we're just piecing it together. We got some new area rugs this week. And so those came in and it's just all coming together. And we like it so much.
Oh, good.
That like atmosphere is so much, brighter. And I don't know. I finally got my guest room done here at the house. The wallpaper's done. I got a new bedding for it, and so
Mhm.
getting ready for holidays and guests coming into town and stuff. And so
That's
that's exciting. Yeah,
exciting.
it's fun. I mean, that project, Kaden and Faith moved out in November last year, and I'm finally now getting their room together. That room sat there like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? Because I had to replace the carpet, the walls had to be done. I mean, because you figure that was his bedroom from the time he was 8.
Yeah.
So it took a beating, a boy. So everything had to be redone. I still have to paint the
Oh,
baseboards, but
I
I
can't
might.
believe we were together last November. It doesn't seem like that long ago.
Yeah. Time flies. I mean, it
It
just
really does.
flies. I just had, this is so exciting, it makes me so happy to even say it. My 4-year post-diagnosis, 4 years. It's been 4 years since I had
Wow.
cancer. 4 years. I can't even believe it. And everything is still great. I had a big, big scare. I have a lump in my right here where I'm touching. It's still there. It is a lymph node. And then they sent me for an ultrasound. And then from there, they sent me for a CT because they were concerned I have, I guess, enlarged lymph nodes all in my neck here, but they're not concerned about them. I mean, I went through all the testing. I mean, short of a biopsy, they didn't biopsy, but they keep saying they're post-inflammatory, meaning my lymph system was inflamed fighting something. And we narrowed it down to my Dave piercing. So I think that that's what it is. That's keeping this lymph node aggravated. But my oncologist, I saw him just this week, like I said, he was feeling around it and stuff. And he said, I have never seen breast cancer get up that high. Like those, you know, from having breast cancer, it going there, like you get lymph nodes and stuff or in the armpit, but never that high. So he said, don't stress about it. It's probably that piercing and it'll calm down. But
yeah.
And I had all kinds of labs done and everything, but we were so scared. I mean, every time something happens, it's like, not again, please, not again, please, not again. You know, I know there's so many people out there that have had that happen and have had bad, you know, now we're coming into Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Dana says, Victoria, that is so amazing. Congratulations on 4 years.
Thank you. I know. I can't believe it.
I was so scared because I knew you were having like some tests done and I didn't hear from you. And I was like, well, I don't want to bother her. But I was like, well, maybe it's bad because she hasn't messaged me. And so nervous. And then I messaged you and you said everything was fine. And I was just like, oh my God.
It took a while for the CT. Like they did the ultrasound and I got the results so fast and they're like, you're going for a CT. But then when they did the CT, it took for like a long time to get the results. I don't know what the holdup was there. I guess just it depends on the radiologist, or, you know, who can what when. So yeah, but it's all good. So
I'm
here.
Happy.
I know, man. And so one more
year. Happy with you and your family, I'm sure, but that's amazing news.
Yeah, that was. I told Kaden when we were like scared, I'm like, will you have a baby? Can you have a baby real fast? He's like, oh, Mama, I will. And he said they would, you know. And so when it came back and everything was fine, he goes, oh, thank God I don't have to have a baby.
I was going to say, okay, are they still going to do it? Because you asked them to, and they said yes.
No, because like I don't really want to be a grandma already, but if I was going to be sick and die, I do, you know.
Yeah. So you can experience it, but yeah.
So it was so funny, his reaction. Thank God I don't have to have a baby.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, the author's been in the room. I messaged. I told her, don't worry, we're gonna let you in. We're just doing an intro. We're talking. So I will read her bio and then I'll let her in. Tonight's guest is a Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestselling author. She writes compelling, dramatic, emotional romances with characters you'll root for and never forget. A self-proclaimed happily ever after junkie, she loves creating stories where her characters find a love worth fighting for. She has a serious case of wanderlust. She was born in, and excuse me if I don't say it right, Accra, Ghana, raised in Houston, attended college in Boston, law school in Washington, D.C., and lived in London for several years. All of these places and experiences inspire her writing. Besides traveling, she loves exploring family history, reading, and cooking for the people she loves. You can find out more about her and her books on her website, DylanAllenBooks.com. While you're there, make sure you sign up for her newsletter. Please welcome Dylan Allen.
Dylan Allen.
Let's connect. Dylan Allen.
I'm coming.
We hear you.
I'm coming.
One step closer.
Hold on. Okay, coming. Okay. All right.
There you are.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello. I can't even see myself. I can't tell what y'all can see. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
To see you. I'm good.
I get my camera right.
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. Let me close the screen because I'm like, you're here. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you and see you. I don't know. Have we met?
No, I don't
No,
think so. No,
I don't
we
think
haven't.
so either. So welcome to
I
my
don't know what
little
is going on, but
corner of the internet.
yes, it's so nice to be here. I don't know why my computer is like not turning off, but I'm just you're in the background and you're in front of me. I'm just trying to close it. Sorry guys.
No, do what you need to do.
That's so weird. It's never happened before.
For
Okay,
you.
hi.
Long to let
Hi.
you in.
Hi. Hello everybody.
Hi, Megan, what did you say?
I said, sorry we took so long to let you in. We were
Oh no, that's okay. I mean, I've never done this before, so I just figured y'all would just, I was just rolling with it. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
we get on and we just chat a little bit, say what's going on.
That's
what's
nice.
new, and-
I watched a couple of them earlier and I
Yeah.
watched you guys as I was waiting. So
yeah,
yes,
here
well,
we
hello.
are.
Here we are.
I'm good. So what part of the country are you in now? Are you?
I live in Maryland.
You live in
I live in a suburb of Baltimore. So I live very close to Camden Yard and the harbor and all that stuff. Yeah.
My parents live in Sykesville.
Oh, yeah. No,
I
I
was
love.
just there. Well, it seems like I was just there, but it was really April. That seems like it just
April
happened.
was just
but
yesterday. I
yeah.
swear, time is. I cannot believe it is already October.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
It is
crazy.
really
It's crazy.
And so you get fall in that part of the country.
It's so
Because
pretty
I'm
here.
in
We've only been here.
California,
We've been
we
here for a year,
Yeah,
and it's so pretty. Oh, you're in California. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
So
California though.
where did you move from?
From Houston, and we
Oh,
were there for 8 years, but we were in Maryland before. My kids were both born here, and this is where we lived when we got married. So
yeah.
it's kind of like coming back home. But we were near DC then. Now we're up. I love it up here. We're about an hour and a half from Philly, and
Yeah.
my sister's in New Jersey, so we get to see them more often. And yeah,
I grew up there near Philly in Allentown
Oh,
area,
yeah.
and then, left and landed here in California, never went back because
Oh, really? How long have you lived in California?
I moved here in 1990.
Wow, so a
Yeah.
long time.
So
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
now I mean this is where I've spent most of my life. So
Yeah,
I feel like a Californian more than a Pennsylvanian, but I felt like a Californian when I was a Pennsylvanian. So that's why
Oh, that's so funny.
it
So
made
you
more
just
sense.
found
to
your
live here. Yeah.
natural habitat. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I was just in Philly too. Not
Oh
that's
yeah, no, I've never been. I'm actually going in a couple weeks for a signing, but I've never been.
Oh
to
yeah.
Philly, so I'm excited to
that?
go.
Indie
Indies invade Philly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never done.
yeah.
I've never done it before.
I remember seeing last year all the people there and stuff. It looked like it was a great show. So
yeah, I've heard great. I've never done it before. It'll be my first time. I've heard
it's
great
new.
things.
I think
No,
it's
it's not. I don't
No?
think so. I think they are having their like 10-year anniversary or something
Oh,
in
wow.
2024.
Yeah.
So it's been around for a long time. I've just never gone, but
Yeah,
I'm excited
I'd
to.
not heard of it before that. So
Yeah, no, they're doing like a big thing for their 10-year anniversary next year. So
well,
yeah.
that'll be fun.
yeah, well, so I hear.
Do you
So
do a lot of signings?
No, and I've really cut back. I used to, and then I don't know if I have to travel. I kind of don't want. I like to travel for fun, like for vacation, and
Right.
so and I don't have, because of my children, the time I can travel is so limited. So this year I pulled out of a lot of things. If I had to get on a plane, I just wasn't
Right.
going to do it because I wanted to hang out with my kids. My son was going to high school, and my youngest is, I just was like, they may not even want to be with me next summer. So this summer we're gonna do things, and it was a great summer. So I'm glad I did that. But but I'll do Indies because it's right here. And then I'm actually going to Las Vegas, but that's for a book festival. The city's book festival, and it's really a cool event, and they invited me, so I'm gonna go.
Oh,
but
neat.
but other than that, I'm no. But and then next year, I don't think I'm gonna do any. I'm supposed to do Rare Paris, and I'm supposed to do Steamy Lit in Anaheim, but I don't think I've been weighing sort of the pros and cons because I have so much writing to do, and you know what it's like. You travel signings are so time consuming. You can lose like 2 weeks.
Right. And it's even if it's just a day or the weekend, it's like the prep leading up to it. And then the exhaustion on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an exhausting day, and coming home, decompressing, getting your mind back, and and it's just I'm old, and so everything is so different.
Dude,
I'm like,
no,
I just don't recover as fast as I did. I need time. So yes, I don't know. What about you?
Which about signings or
Yeah, signings, yeah.
I actually have one next weekend, but it's
Oh,
local. Yeah, right
okay.
here in Ontario. So it's like a
Okay.
drive, like a 45-minute drive,
Oh, that's
so
nice. Is
that's
it a that's nice. Is it a lot of is it multi-author or is it you
yeah,
by yourself? Okay.
the multi-author thing.
Okay.
It's called Love and Devotion.
Oh,
And
I like that name.
Naomi Springthorpe does it, and she
Okay.
does a lot of them. I mean, she usually does what, Megan, you think like 3 or 4 a year around. She stays pretty much around Southern California. Like
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
Love
did
to
one,
find some regional events.
yeah, last year with her in San Diego. I think it was last year, it might have been the year before. And it was she does a great job, so I said, let's just do it. And then Love in Vegas.
Oh, okay. I've never done that
coming up.
one. Okay.
It's
That's
fun.
fun.
And
That's
I mean,
busy.
come on, Vegas. I just,
I've never been to Las Vegas.
oh, you have to.
I know.
So
Okay,
much
I know.
fun.
I've been. Everyone is so shocked, but I have met a few people like me neither. But most people are like, "What?"
Yeah.
I've never been, and
It's
I
surreal.
don't know.
I mean, you have to see it.
Yes, I'm going. I'm going, and I'm excited to go. So
When is that? When is that Vegas signing?
October 21st.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a book festival. It's like it's at a school or something. It's a city thing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really small, but I'm excited. So
they do a festival of books here in LA at USC.
Oh yeah.
On the USC campus, and it's a great event, and it's all genres, and it's outdoor, and it's huge. I mean, and the attendance is ridiculous.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to come one day.
I know Angel did that this year. I did it one year.
Oh, that's exciting.
I did it with her, but it was a long time ago, like pre-COVID and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, well,
the olden days.
Do you
find that?
the
Like
golden days.
life is like divided now into pre-pandemic, and then it's pre-cancer for me, then pre-pandemic, and then
Yeah, I was listening to your news. Congratulations on having
thank you.
4 years. I know my sister's husband was diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma like 4 months after they got married.
Oh,
and I mean he's fine. We just had his 5-year remission.
Oh,
and it was like, and I know, I mean she's my, I don't know, but she described it as it was like having a gun to your head all the time. It's like you don't, you never know when, but that you're getting so close to that 5 years. That's a real milestone, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I find the frustrating thing with breast cancer, they never say you're in remission. And
oh, really?
I'm like, can you please just say the words, just say it. Even if
they
you don't
never
know
say it. I didn't know that.
Yeah. They just, it's like you're 4 years post-treatment. That's how it's worded,
Are you ever, is there a point where you will be like, they will, you can return to your primary care and not see your oncologist anymore? Or do you always have to go forever?
I don't know. Like right now, because I'm taking, medication still for the treatment.
Oh, okay.
I'm still technically in treatment, and so maybe when I'm done with that, then I will graduate to once a year.
Well, I'm wishing you all the best.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you all the
I
best.
actually
So
like
great.
now when I see them all, because you get a team. It's not just that I have a medical oncologist, a radiation oncologist, a breast surgeon oncologist, and you know what I mean? So it's like all these doctors, they're like buddies now. You know what I mean?
Aw.
Like they're friends. I when I see them, I'm like, we hug, and 'cause you kind of go through shit. You like hell together, but yeah. So anyway, it's definitely a defining moment, right, in my life. Like everything around that,
Yes,
so.
yes, it's like a timeline. It's like a time. Yes, it's
a big mark on the
it really is.
It's nice moving further and further and further away from it.
Yes, well, all the best to you. All the best to you.
Thank you. So I was going to ask you something when she was reading Megan and I were just talking about this before we even came on air. I have this like thing about happily ever afters. Like I don't Like,
You don't
I
what?
don't always write them because I don't think it's reality, right? Like,
Right.
there's like a happy for now, or we're happy in this moment, or we'll see where it goes. But then she said you're a happily ever after junkie, and I was thought,
Yeah,
"Hey, it's
yeah.
that
I am. I mean, I happily ever after includes happy for now.
yeah. I
Happy
root
in the
for
moment.
that, I want the happily ever
Yeah,
after,
I mean,
but
but yeah, I just want to leave them in a good place where it
yeah,
looks like they have a way forward,
right.
and that's all. So that's happily ever after for me.
Yeah,
I love there's a, and I read all genres. I don't read only romance. I read a lot of books that do not end that don't end that way. And what I
right.
have learned, I have so much respect for fellow romance writers because why a lot of books don't end that way. It is very hard to
It
write a
is.
happily ever after, especially when you have put your characters through the grinder,
Right, right.
and so it is easier to kind of just like show them limping off in the snow into the
Well, not
forest and not
even
knowing,
from a
but
standpoint of it being easier, it's reality. You know what I mean?
it's
It's
also
like,
it is reality, but it's also like, I mean, I read for entertainment. I want to, and for me, what is entertaining are usually things that feel good, so
right,
I think there is definitely I like I said, I read everything, but when I want to feel good, I read romance,
yeah,
because I know that's the promise, and I will read anything. I can go through anything with the character. I don't care what happens because I
right,
know it's a romance. It's going
right,
to end well. And I just, I mean, sometimes I'm not in the mood to have my heart ripped out, but even
right.
even when it is, I know, that's that promise that we make. So I love it. I mean, I've been on a real like thriller murder mystery kick, and I've been
Yeah.
binging this British series that my husband got me addicted to. So I none of them end happily at all.
No,
So tragic, and it's just one after the other, but they're really entertaining. So
I was really big into medical thriller,
mm.
for a long
Ooh,
and
I've never read a medical thriller, or
I
have I?
think Tess
What's a medical thriller
Gerritsen,
like? What's that like? What?
Tess Gerritsen, I think is her. Like, she's
Oh,
really
I think I've heard
popular,
before.
but it's a lot of like, they made a TV show that Rosarian Isles or something. I can't remember what the lady
Oh,
said.
I didn't watch that, but I know what you're talking
It
about.
was on
It was
TV.
with
Made
the
it.
lady from what's Angie? Not Angie Harmon. You know what I'm talking about? She was on a cop show. She was, yeah, that show. I know what you're talking about, but no,
But so that was, I think,
that's a
her
medical
series.
thriller.
Yeah. And so it has a lot of like cop stuff in it too. And
Mm.
like they're trying to figure out how the person died. And so you get the medical examiner stuff in there. And
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I like police procedurals a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would probably like this then too, because
Okay.
there's a lot of that, it's like the two worlds and the
Okay.
meeting in the morgue,
Those shows, they all have a formula. There's the head cop and the head cop's younger partner, and then there's the really cranky coroner,
Right,
whether it's a man or a woman,
right,
and who's usually pissed off at the head detective, who's always like, hurry up, there's
right,
like, but I love that. That's why I love genre fiction. It's like they're all the things are gonna, they're comforting, to
it
see them
is.
again
It's
and
like
again.
you depend on that formula, like,
Yeah,
okay,
that predictability.
here it
Yeah.
comes. I'm ready. You also know it's gonna get better. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So what are you working on right now?
I am. Well, what I'm working on are edits for the third. See how exhausted my soul is talking about it, working on it for so long. I'm working on edits for a book that, gosh, I mean, I really never want to think about again, but I'm just kidding. I have a trilogy coming out. It's the third book. It's coming out in December, and it's about to go to proofreading. And then I'm going to write the book I've been waiting to write for like 2 years. I'm very excited about it. It'll be my first brand new standalone since oh my gosh, since 2020.
Yeah.
And full length standalone, because I've been writing for 1001 Dark Nights.
Right,
So I've been releasing with them, but those are all a little bit shorter than full length. So I'm excited. So I'm working on that. It's in my Rivers Wild series. It's a whole new part of Rivers Wild, though. It's brand new characters and new family, and I think my readers are going to love it. It's going to be very very angsty and like high stakes with really powerful men and really,
Right.
Really like really powerful women and partners that really test each other and
Right.
really, it's like the cluster of the 4 books. Each of the guys are friends. It's a friendship group, and there were 5 of them. So there's like this mystery about the 5th one that kind of ties all the books together. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to writing. It's romance. It's a romance. So I'm very excited about my character. But I love big stories, and so I'm very excited about it. So that's what I'm working on. It's good to be writing again. Yes. What are you working on?
I am working on it's a set of standalones. There's 4 of them. They are in the Shark's Edge world.
Okay.
But it's like an offshoot. So
cool.
And they're just standalones. And so it's been a whole like shift. And now I'm on the 3rd one. So
fun.
I don't know when I'm going to stop saying that, but coming out of an 11 book series and then doing a standalone, it was like, I don't know how to tell a story like this. I don't know how to tell, you know what I mean? I want to I want in that first book to be, planting seeds. There's stuff going, but that's not in a standalone. It's like, keep it together, and so
stay focused on the story.
Right.
No, honestly, I think you should indulge yourself though and let it be. I think if I really do. I think sometimes as writers and as creatives, we are so focused on like what we should be doing and we ignore like I'm not saying you need to listen to me, but I'm just saying if you really feel compelled, maybe just sprinkle some seeds that that are not so like they don't have to take root, but maybe just to give yourself a window, give yourself a window of opportunity and reward your creative for all that hard work by giving it something it wants. I don't know. I don't know. I've been reading. Have you read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert?
No. She's
the lady who wrote Eat, Love, Pray, for anyone who has never. I think everyone's heard of that book, but this one is a sort of a love letter to creatives. It's called Big Magic, and it is about sort of creative living. And I never, honestly, I feel like I don't know who I am anymore because, I was a lawyer for 15 years before I started writing romance. And now I'm like, talking about my creatives. I mean, it's been so nourishing to my soul to explore that part of myself. And that book, she talks about creativity and fear and just sort of honoring your listening to your gut really in a way that is so compelling and really resonated with me. So I recommend the book to everyone. Even if you check
it out.
Yeah, and the audio is fantastic. It's not that long.
That's my jam. Yeah, I love audio.
Yeah, so the audio is so good. Oh, it's so good. I listen to it like twice a year now. I really love it. Yeah, it's short, anyway, so
no, I will check it out. I'm like kind of searching for something. I went on this Megan Quinn bender. I just, I just needed that humor. And my God, she is so funny. And then all of a sudden you're bawling, and I'm like, "What is going on, lady? You're killing me." I mean,
what did you read? Which of her books did you read?
I read. Okay, so when I started, she had just had a new one come out, and it was something like The Way I Hate You or something.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then I went back, and then I read the hockey team ones. Oh,
did you read the swimmer ones? Did you read the ones with the guys?
No.
Those were they're old. I think those are from 2015 or something. And listen, they're my favorite Megan Quinns.
I was a swimmer. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't even know if they even exist anymore, honestly. I don't, but they were very they had this a real emotional thing in them, they in a way that her books don't really have anymore. But they do still, because it sneaks up on you. But when you read those books, you she writes emotions so well. And that series, the 3rd one in that summer series was just It was so good.
I'm gonna
yeah.
look up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
look
look it
for
up.
it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
because-
back in the day. I feel like I mean, I think the first one might have even been in 2014, and then, but I think she wrapped it up in 2015. And they all had like the guys were all wearing these little speedos on the covers. I don't know if they
Oh,
they're
yeah.
younger anymore, but they were really cute and they were good.
How funny.
So, yeah. Anyway,
How funny.
back in the day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look at that. Yeah, so that's what, and so I'm trying to think what I listened to after those. I feel like something else. Oh, Lauren Rowe had two come out like on the same day, and I
Yes. Oh, I love
binged
Lauren.
those, and then I was like, okay, now what? And so I've been just
It's been
now I
growing
have a
up.
day. I work, I still work a full-time job, and so
Oh, you do? Okay.
that's been like consuming me this past like couple of weeks, just in general.
What do you do? Or do you can you say, or is that
I do accounting, but my husband and I own a manufacturing business.
okay, wow.
And so we just had our corporate year end.
What do y'all manufacture?
We manufacture a product that's used in concrete joints.
Wow. I'm
You'd
telling
say so.
you.
Yeah, so I always say, I was not dreaming of that when I was a little girl or anything, but that's where life.
But I bet
took
it's a very
me.
nice dream. I mean, I'm sure it's a very nice. I went to college with this guy whose dad had a button factory, and he was like one of the richest men in Taiwan. And he made, but I mean, listen, the non-sexy things can be very, very, very nice. So
I have a friend and she got involved in a family business, and they make slips that are sewn into clothing. You know what I mean? Like the lining.
Yeah, the lining for the dresses. I'm sure
Buku bucks.
Buku bucks. Yeah, I bet. That's what I'm saying.
Like the weirdest things, right?
It's the weirdest things, but the things that everybody needs, like every, and it's so, yeah, and concrete joints are some of those things. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, and we've been so busy, and then just wrapping up, because I do the accounting, the end of the fiscal year. So that's like my brain's been doing a lot of math past couple of weeks.
So you've been reading.
Yeah, but I'm ready to like dig back into the writing. Like my work in progress has collecting a little dust. I need to get back in there.
Dust it off. Get it in. Yes, get back
in
there. Yeah.
But I'm ready. I do better when I move to write. Like I cannot make myself sit down. Okay, write. No, that doesn't work. I have to like be, you know what I mean? I have to be.
Well,
I'm not gonna say hearing voices, but Lord, I've got to have.
That's always nice when that happens. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't like today. I had to write today, and I resented every single word. Right? Yeah. But I had to write them, because I have a deadline. And it was like and there are days where I don't feel like writing. I sit down and get lucky, and it's one of those days where the words are just coming. But it is still like, at the end of the day, when it's your job, you just sit down and you have to.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
I had to work today. I have an office mate, and she's also really behind. So she was like, I'm at my desk. And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. I know what you mean. I mean, I think when I'm really looking forward to sort of getting some of the stuff behind me so that I can relax in my writing, where I'm not on a deadline, so I can have I can give myself, that's really what that's the best place for me to create when I'm not under pressure. But right now, I have a lot of pressure.
Megan, do we have questions from our viewers?
I can't see anything but us. So
yeah,
we do have a few. But I wanted to say, Dylan, I live in Forest Hill, Maryland, so I think
you do?
Pretty close. Yeah.
Where's Forest Hill? Where is that?
It's by Bel Air. I mean, I'm from Southern California, so I still don't really know all the areas.
I know Bel Air. My sister's brother-in-law and them they live up. We used to go there for Thanksgiving. It's like 45 minutes north of us.
Yeah, so we live kind of close, so that's kind of cool.
Are you are you going to Indies Invade Philly?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, anyway, but I love Philly. I've been there once before.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to go.
Okay, so the questions we have is, I don't know, Dylan, if you have children, but someone wants to know for both of you. Kimberly says, do your children know what you do and what you write?
Should I go first?
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have children. I have a 14-year-old son and an 11-year-old son, and they know what I do and know what I write. My pen name is their names together, and
Oh,
they are my biggest fans. They go and they tell their teachers, tell their friends, because they are also creative people, and I'm so glad that they see me pursuing my creative, like and making a living at it,
Right.
and seeing that is possible, so that they don't, because I went to law school because that's what I was expected to do. My mother's a lawyer, it's like a family thing. So I didn't have any, that was the only example I had. And I wish I'd had somebody in front of me who showed me that, I could do what I loved and not just go slave away and be miserable for money.
Right.
So yeah, no, they do. My kids know what I write and know what I do.
So oh my gosh, my daughter's gonna be 27
Wow.
in October, and then my son will be 23 in November, and they know what I do. I started writing when my son was, I think, maybe 6th grade or something like that. So in the very beginning, they knew, but like we didn't tell people outside, like we didn't talk about it a whole lot because he didn't, kids are horrible and he didn't want to get teased and stuff at school.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then by the time he was in high school, and it was cool to have a mom who was, famous or what, like he, so I went in and I talked to his writing class,
That's
and
so cool.
yeah, we talked about writing short stories and, just the creative process and all of that. And yeah, so it was neat. So
That's so cool.
it start, why is my phone is like, that's like someone,
someone's blowing up your phone.
When someone goes on your Instagram and likes everything you ever posted for the past 30 years,
Oh my, that's what,
bang, bang, bang. Oh, normally it's silence. I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
so.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, they know. They know.
I love that they know. Okay, Miranda wants to know, Dylan, are you an Orioles fan?
Yes, I am. I mean, well, okay, I'll be honest. I really don't even care about sports, but but because Camden Yard is literally 10 minutes from my house, and because we live here, I did, and the Orioles actually have had a good year, so I've been into it. But I'm a Ravens fan. I'm an Orioles fan, and I love. And I was a Houston Rockets fan because that was where I grew up. But yes, Orioles go. They were orange.
It's we're nearing the World Series, right? I mean, that's that time.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still in the running, but I hear they're doing well.
I did not watch baseball at all. Man, I find that so boring. It's like watching paint dry. Oh my God.
I don't know if it's, I don't know. I've never even watched. I don't know if it's boring. I know we used to play softball. It's like softball, right? It's the same.
Yeah,
rules,
same
right?
general thing.
So
they throw a lot.
I can't imagine doing it for so long. They play for like hours. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all just going 1, 2, 3 and home, or and striking out? But I guess not. I don't know.
No, it's long. It's so long. I remember my husband and I, when we were dating, went to a Padres game, and I fell asleep.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
We were there at the game. It was just so boring. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel about most sports. But I actually I like that. I like that. I love soccer or football, European football, American soccer. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when my son played. It was so fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's very, it's fast paced. They don't have breaks. They just play. And their thighs are really nice. Yeah. So that
very
part.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else, Megan?
Yeah. Okay. Allison wants to know, for both of you, did you love writing as a child? Did any of your teachers encourage you to write? And what did they do to encourage you? As a teacher, I'd love to know.
You're laughing. Give a good story.
I love to read. I am a reader, and I love to read. And I wrote because it was the only way to communicate my stories. I wish we had the art of oral storytelling, and because I hate writing. And in fact, I ran into my legal writing professor like 3 years ago. I just ran into her at a hotel, and I told her that I was a writer, and she laughed. She was like, "What?" But she would hate writing. So no, I wish I could just speak my stories, but I love storytelling. But the writing part, I loved English because I love to read, and I wrote reports because I loved writing about the books I was reading. I mean, I think encouraging as a teacher, just to answer your question, so I'm not just like, no, I hate it. I think that encouraging students to be curious and to not be afraid to make mistakes on paper, to not be so like so focused on writing something perfect that they don't write anything at all, or they're so self-conscious about, like, to really and also like be a source of safe criticism, so that it's constructive, it doesn't kill their dream.
Right.
I think
Right.
teaching them early that words really have power, so being very intentional with the words you use with them as a teacher, I think is probably would have been nice as a
Right.
student. Yeah. So
I was not, I remember very young writing, I mean, like second grade. I don't know. I had this weird memory. I would write these stories, and they were very long, drawn out, all these details. And then I would get bored, and I would kill it. Everyone would die. And literally it would say, and then they all died, the end, because I was tired of it, and I didn't want to do anything else. So
right.
but then I had a long, like, I in my school years, science was my thing, strangely, and then I ended up in math. I was always good at math, but I was way more interested in like biology and medicine and things like that. It was not, writing was not the draw for me until I became an adult reader and was so moved by the words and thought, I want to do that. I want to give someone that experience. I want somebody to feel what I'm feeling,
Yes. Yeah.
But I agree with you about, as a teacher, it's so important for, I think, the message to write and not be afraid of being criticized. Like, write your story. It's your story. No one can say it's wrong because it's yours. Everything about it you own. No one can tell you it's wrong. And so write and be true to yourself.
And take and learn to take criticism, learn to like accept it and listen. But I think criticism given well is easier to take, but also to learn to hear the criticism instead of the feeling the whatever it is. We get defensive when people tell us we're wrong, but sometimes to listen.
There's a difference, obviously, between criticism that is like meant in the right spirit versus people just being mean.
I think some people's delivery is not right, but sometimes what they're saying is, some people are mean about it, but they're actually telling you something. So you really, the ego is like gets between us a lot. But I think if you're gonna be a writer and you're gonna publish your writing, you've really got to like get used to hearing people say what they think about your work.
You need to put the ego up on the shelf, honestly,
or protect it or whatever, or just accept it's going to get hurt.
Get it out at the right moment, and it's not when you're reading reviews.
No, right. I don't read them because I can't take it, so
it can either make me laugh or wreck a day,
and who knows. So I'd rather when I've been in, it'll send me in a week-long spiral, and I was like, okay, so no more of that.
Right
No more of that. So I just leave them to the readers.
I think we're all very similar with that. You learn once and then you're like, not doing that again.
Not again. Yes. Yeah. Anyway,
Allison said thank you both for that, for your insight on that. And then this is one I usually ask first. Dylan, Kimberly said, Dylan, I haven't read any of your books. What's your favorite series and where should I start?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I think the series I think you should start with is My River's Wild series. The first book in the series is called The Legacy. and it is an enemies to lovers romance that is, it's set in Italy. It starts in Italy. They meet at a wedding. It's like a wedding, it's a hookup turned war, and then they find themselves on opposite sides of a lawsuit. It's a billionaire romance, and it's very wonderful and lush and atmospheric and very romantic. And she's one of my characters, one of my readers' favorite heroines. Her name is Confidence, and it's set in the,
nice.
it's the first book in this world called Rivers Wild, which is a fictional enclave in Houston, Texas. And the series now has 7 books, and it's getting one more in January. 3 of them are 1001 Dark Nights novellas, but they're all at least 50,000 words. One of them is like 80,000 words. And so they're pretty fleshy books. And then I'm adding 4 more to the series. So it's a good time to get started. And from there, you will find your way to the rest of my backlist. But start with Rivers Wild, The Legacy. I think you'll love it. I wish I had a copy at hand. I don't. I would show you, but I have a copy of the Jezebel, which is the 3rd book in the series, and it's a thick one. It's a long one, but it's my reader's favorite. And the woman on the cover is Reagan Wild. She's our the heroine, and she's fabulous. And it is set in Cabo for the first half. They have this. It's a second chance. She's older than him. She's divorced. She's a single mom. He's a doctor, and he is obsessed
I've been
with
digging
her.
age gap lately.
Yes.
I find myself,
so
I keep
good.
going there, and I'm like, what's going on? It's because I'm getting older. Like, I think,
And this book, actually, Upside Down, this book, if you are a fan of Sarah McLean and Fated Mates, they have a podcast, if you ever heard it. This book was on their list of the best opening in romances of all time, this book. And so
awesome.
It's a good place. Yeah, I like to brag on this book.
Yeah.
So it's a fun, it's a very sort of like adventurous, because they go bungee jumping, and they go on this road trip in Cabo. It's really beautiful. You really kind of get a sense of being there. And then they're back in Houston and Rivers Wild, and and there's my hero in The Legacy, he has his and I've never done that before, but he actually has a point of view chapter in the Jezebel, because they're all interconnected.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, start with The Legacy. I think you'll love it. I love that series, and it's a reader favorite. So.
And is it all on audio as well?
It's all on audio, and the series is wide, so you can, and it's only recently wide. I haven't even really announced that yet, but it's wide. You can get it on all the platforms, in paperback, audio, ebook, anywhere you find books, legitimately. Right. Yeah. Enjoy.
Lillian says, I can't wait to read your books. I'm so excited for new authors to meet. So yay, you'll have a new reader.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all. That's so nice. I hope you enjoy them.
Yeah. And can you believe it is 9:59 or 6:59 in California? So let's do our giveaways, and then we can let everyone go and have the rest of their night back.
That's what this is for.
First, I'm going to say I owe people things, and I am aware of that. Life has been a little crazy, as we've talked about, between my health situation and then the end of life here. So yeah, I'm going to do it. Like tomorrow I'm packing up stuff. So, packing boxes. So I am sorry, but let's add another one to the list. You can pick whatever they want. I do not.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay.
No, I do one and you do one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. I just don't have City Hall, but I usually they can have anything that they want out of my backlist. And
I'll send somebody a signed copy of this. I'll show you. It's really pretty on the inside too. I'll show you. The formatting is
oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and it's very, very.
Is that in the center?
What?
That photo is in the jacket?
No, it's a chapter heading. It's every chapter has one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. So it's just throughout the book. When you start a chapter, you get a
right.
Yeah. It's just a little
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I designed my own covers as well. So
you do it all, girl.
No, I don't, but I do this.
That you
No,
did.
I just do this. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'd love to say, I don't know, how do they enter? What is it? Is it
They,
just y'all pick, you pick someone and you tell me where to send
yeah,
it?
they'll pick
Yes,
someone.
we'll let you know.
Okay.
So for Dylan, your winner is Kim, and we will get you the information. And
Okay.
for Victoria, it's Allison.
All right,
Yay,
congratulations.
so we will be in touch with you to get your address, and we'll send it over to Dylan, and
Yes,
then
and I'll
we'll
pop
send
it
you
in
the
the
form. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for being our guest tonight.
Yes,
This was
thank
awesome.
you
Megan,
so
thank you,
much.
Victoria. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Y'all take
It
care.
was great chatting with you.
Yes, you too. Thank you. Bye, y'all.
All right, bye,
Bye.
Good
everyone.
night.
Be
Bye.
good to each other.
You too. You too. Bye.